say. I guess I've been in a dry spell, but that's about to change. Cause every week has a weekend. By this time Friday night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have had some extreme weather come through, and they're projecting that it's still coming through. So we have been letting the guys weigh in as they come up this afternoon, and normally we hold them back. We do have the trough starting to fill up right now, and they'll all start coming up very shortly. So just so you know, if you're here supporting anybody and you want them to kiss a fish and take a picture, let us know. We'll make sure we'll get them to kiss a fish. But that'll all be happening in a couple seconds. The folks that were here yesterday, this is a completely separate game today. All the weights from yesterday were finished and tallied out and paid out last night. The winner of yesterday's event walked out of here with over $5,000. Today's event winner with a few less teams right now currently would be $3,500, and if they can manage to capture big fish and overall big fish, it'll bring up somewhere around $4,500. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, 51 teams participated here this afternoon. For all the folks that have just checked in or have come into this, Vita, do you want to do a quick rundown of what you have a rundown of who's leading and who's what? Just going to bring you a quick update only because we have been weighing guys in as we've been going along here. So, and we will continue to weigh guys in here as we go. So, Vita, can you go ahead, honey?
Currently in the first position, Jack Morgan and Michael Hurdle with 11.55. In second, Jeff Mivsit and Joe Cascanet with 10.90. Garth Zimmer and Tyler Zimmer with 8.55, tied with Peter and Debbie Curran at 8.55. And in fifth, Jamie Kennedy and Dan Dunn with 8.10.
All right, so there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Currently leading at 11.55 is our leader. We have a big largemouth that started the lunker pool, which is also holding on to big overall big fish right now at 2.65. 2.60 is the big smallmouth. I'm sure we're going to see some big fish today. These fronts usually sometimes trigger fish on and off, and if they're on the right spot at the right time, you're going to see some big fish this afternoon. So unfortunately, it doesn't happen all the time, but it does happen some of the time. So, all right, we are going to keep weighing him in. You want to keep? What time is it? What time is it? 2:55. All right, so let's just hold him off in the trough, and then we'll start. All right, ladies and gentlemen, while we're waiting for the national anthem, the next 5 minutes, I'm going to bring up the Masons up here. For some of the boys and girls that were actually here not long ago, it wasn't that long ago where you guys were just hammering everything on this body of water. Need you guys to stand a little bit more in here. We got all our camera work inside the tent, so step in. Don't be shy. See the camera right now? There's a couple thousand people watching you guys right now. Yeah, you want to take those glasses off. Now, if you know what, they are on the most wanted list, so, but please, just wait till they leave the area. All right, so yesterday you guys had an okay day. It wasn't like, the past, but today you came in, you claim you had some monsters on, unfortunately.
We got one good one and 4 average size.
4 average size. So
what we consider average size.
So what's an average size?
Around that 17. 17, 3.5 pound.
Around 3.5 range. Okay, so in all your years of fishing out here, would you say that today is going to be a day for big fish? Is it a big fish day or not?
It would be for us. We lost 3 in the 5 pound range, so we know they're out there. We just couldn't land them. They just kept throwing the hook. So,
I'll tell you, there was a day when it was always not the Masons again, because these guys used to rock it, and I think you're still obviously today could have happened again, and
yeah, we should have had it today. It was just those fish got off. What do you do, eh? Yeah, we got one that's close to 5, I think, in there.
So is it a magic lure? Is it a depth? What is it, you guys? Is it the same stuff you're focusing on today that you focused on 20 years ago? Or 5 years ago? I don't want to do that old.
They just don't like the Masons.
Exactly the same as we did back then. So
it was the exact same deal.
We haven't changed.
You You haven't changed.
We're too old to change.
What do you mean not like me?
You're just getting better.
All right, I need you guys to get back down there again. We're going to start off with the national anthem, and we're going to get this event going. What time is it right now? Is it time to start the national anthem? You bring the hot seats up here, please. All right, are we ready? 2:57. I think we should start this deal. Folks, you know what? We're a little bit off today only because of the weather. That's the cells that have been coming through. We've been actually bringing the guys through, and we haven't stopped. So we're going to go to a commercial. Can we go to a commercial right now? And go to a commercial, and when we come back, we'll start with O Canada. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the second of the Eastern Tour here on Rice Lake at a Golden Beach Resort. So we're going to a commercial.
No, there ain't nothing that I gotta prove.
All right, so Beach. We want to welcome you here. It's a great place, great times, and hopefully you're going to learn something that you're going to do better. We have guides of the resort, of the area, that are also participating, that if you're here for a week and you'd like to take it out, go out there. I'm sure these guys will be more than happy to get you out there. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, in just a minute, we will be going live with the national anthem. Are we going? All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ask everybody, please stand for the national anthem. We're going to start the deal right here like we start all our events. Rain or no rain. Are you ready, Mr. Mason? Are you ready? You want to sing it? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully we're going to see some big fish this afternoon. We got some top anglers from the area, including the winners from yesterday. Vita, who's up here first?
Team number 29, Don Mason and Al Mason.
All right, we need Mom's mic turned up a little bit. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Mason and Mason. 11:55 is the magic number to beat. Largemouth currently is at 8.65, and 2.65. That is 1640. Let's give a big round of applause. That's a good way to put you guys into that first place.
Takes the lead.
Congratulations. You're going to hold the fish up for our folks, and we want you to stand up back here. We're going to try for big fish as well too. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's give these boys a big round of applause. Grab a cup, grab one for yourself for the camera as well. Grab one, pick one up. Notice how he picks up the big one, right? All right. Did you catch the big one?
I did catch the big one.
You deserve to hold the big one.
Deserved to catch it. Yeah.
So as brothers, do you guys argue out there at all?
All the time.
Really? All right. So this is like the Johnsons 20 years from now. All right, here we go. Hold that fish up. The camera's right here, and come. He's trying to find the next biggest one. He doesn't. These guys are so competitive. It's funny. Let's give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. It's the Masons. And if you followed their careers, all right, put your fish back and your big guy right in the middle tank. Hold on a second. Right in the middle there. All right, so that's the big fish. You called it close to 5 pounds, 4.70. You happy with that?
We're happy.
470.
All right, so we interviewed you guys. All right, so is there anything you'd like to share with our folks before we make you sit down here in the hot seat?
I would. And Andy, this is my last and final tournament.
I heard this before, by the way.
Wait. We have the
That's it.
behind.
No, I'm sorry. I've had it. I fell out in the boat today, and I said, that's it.
You fell in the water?
No, I didn't fall in the water. I just fell in the boat.
Oh, you fell in the boat. All right, go grab those 2 seats right there.
My wife told me when we got married, she says, She told the minister, in and out of the fishing season. Well, it worked for me.
It did work.
It did work for me.
Grab a seat. It's over. All right, you know what? I don't think it's over for your brother, though. He's sitting there very comfortably saying, it's not over for me. All right, grab a seat. Make yourselves comfortable.
I'm going to get a better partner.
I love you guys, man. There you go. One's quitting. The other one's looking for a new partner. All right, let's keep them coming up. Vita on the podium next is our past classic champions coming up all the way from Muskoka, Ontario. Vita, or actually they're from Toronto, but our Muskoka champions, Vita.
Okay, hold on. My system is. What number are they? What number are they? Team number 12, Bob Adler and Joey Crumpton.
All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Joey Crumpton coming up on the podium right now, and it's a 1640-pound bag. We've seen many 20-plus pound bags coming from these boys. Is it going to happen today is the question we need to ask.
Absolutely not, no.
1425, very respectable. It's going to put you into second place.
1425.
And something to be happy. You got a big fish in there?
No. There's a largemouth that's not too bad.
All right, hold the largemouth up. There's the camera right here in front of us, and we're going to weigh him in. Currently, big largemouth is 2.65 pounds. Big and overall big fish is 4.70. There you go. That's a nice largemouth bass, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely beautiful. All right, put him in the middle trough. We're going to weigh him in for big fish on the largemouth. Definitely taking over the lead. He's going to come in at 3.60, so you beat the current leader in the largemouth category by 1 pound. Joey, last year we were here, 20-plus pounds came out of you guys. For 2 days, you're probably just under 40 pounds. Today, it's a little bit of a different story for a lot of the guys, including yourselves. What do you think that's attributed to?
Well, most of all, it's the fish just aren't set up. We're primarily smallmouth fishermen, and right now they're just not moving on the big lake areas. And the guys who are on maybe some of the shoreline areas are the ones that are keyed in. But it's a tough bite. They're just not set up yet. So we had to go for largemouth.
All right, buddy, good job, and thank you very much. Let's get a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Joey and Bob Adler, away they go. Coming up next to the podium, Vita, who's on their way up
Team
next?
number 6, Justin Mahaney and Adam Mahaney.
All right, Team Mahaney coming up. Looks like they got themselves a pretty good bag of fish. Looking for a new leader. Is it going to happen right now and here?
No, we don't have a good bag of fish.
All right, don't have a good bag of fish. Still, 990 is pretty respectable
990.
after the weights we've been seeing this weekend. Hold the fish up for our camera girl there, my daughter here in the front. She deserves a big round of applause for Nicole. Come on, everybody. That just embarrass you, honey? I love you. All right, there you go. Here we go, 2 big. Now, these fish are going to become big fish because you know what? They're all going right back where they belong, and that's via CSFL Live Release Boat. Is there anything you want to share with our folks before you go?
Thanks for running a good event. It's always fun to be out here, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks, buddy. Job well done. All right, so we will be back here for an alumni event, which will be taking place later on this summer. It'll be hopefully both Masons here, not just one with a new partner. But it's over 50 is what it is. Don't go too far back because then you might end up in that hole, and then you might take a second fall for the day. All right, Vita, who's up here next, honey? Let's bring up our next contestants. Guys, you want to start
Team
walking
number
up?
25, Danny Gaboitzis and Steve Lazaro.
All right, let's see what happens. Looking for big fish. Is it going to be big fish bag today?
Not today.
Not today. A little better than yesterday?
No.
All right, I think I heard thunder, so let's speed this up real quick. 13 pounds even is what you got. That's putting you, I think, either second or third place.
1295.
For now.
For now is what he said. Hold the fish up for it, folks. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We want to get these guys through as quickly as possible. It is thundering out on the main lake right now. We can hear it. So, job well done. 260s right now, currently leading big fish, 3.65. Big smallmouth, 4.70. You need a lunker that's going to come in at 4.75. Ain't going to happen. All right, good fish nevertheless. So, all right. So, real quick.
Yeah. Is that a smallie?
So, the 365 doesn't count for lunker?
The 470 doesn't count for lunker.
The 470 doesn't count for lunker. All right, so that's all right. So he wasn't into lunker. You guys weren't in the lunker pool? Are you serious? It's good for you guys, right?
It's okay. You got enough.
Yeah, you got enough. All right, buddy. Thank you very much. You know what? You guys have been out here from the Dave Mercer challenge that we did out here for a fundraiser, and that was a great event. We were here yesterday and today. And how you feeling, buddy? 3 weeks. Are you ready to move on to another lake?
Considering how it fished for 3 weeks for us, I'm happy with what we got.
It was a tough fish for everybody. Thank you very much. Give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. That's Pittsburgh Steel and Carwell Construction. Away they go. All right, who's on their way up here next, Vita?
Team number 3, Walter Adams and Paul Schultes.
All right, here we go. Walter Adams been fishing nonstop. He's retired and just decided he's going to fish forever. And have you seen home past couple weeks?
Yeah, a day here, a day there.
A day here, a day there. Walter's actually been fishing nonstop. One of our contestants, we lost water in that a week ago at the Canadian Open, ladies and gentlemen. We were on Lake Simcoe where we, a Pro-Am that only happens once a year. First time on Lake Simcoe. It's been on Kingston for the past 7 years. It's been out to Erie, St. Clair, and now for the first time ever, this is the first time on Simcoe, and you took part of that. So here we are in Rice Lake. How you feeling? Those fish are pretty lively, buddy.
They're lively, but there's only 3 of them. So
Then maybe they got too much room in there.
yeah, they do.
All right. So did you have 4 and 5 on, or not really?
No. We had a good one on at the beginning, and then the rest of the day just sucked.
The rest of the day did not work out for you guys. All right, here we go. We're going to push that button now. We got them at 8.30, and that's still okay. Anybody you want to thank before you go, Walt?
No, you, the Vita, the team, Paul, and for the resort, Golden Beach Resort.
They are phenomenal. Hold a couple fish up for our camera girl. It is a phenomenal resort. I'm going to tell you, the facilities are fantastic. We travel a lot, and we just don't get – oh, yeah, definitely. All right, we're going to weigh this for big fish. He almost got away with that guy. He definitely deserves a big round of applause. This may be the big fish right now. Do you know how much big fish is worth? Yeah, put it right in there. Less your money, everybody else was in. I love you, buddy. You know that, right? All right, there you go. 4-point Vita. Make that official. 4.4 pounds.
435.
435 smallmouth bass. And you are in the lunker pool, right?
Yes, I hope so.
All right, you are. All right, congratulations. Okay, buddy, good luck to you. And away you go. All right, so what were you saying why you don't go in the lunker pool? I'm curious.
I said every time we go in the lunker pool, we don't catch the big one. And when we do go in, no, wait a minute, I'm getting that backwards. You're getting me confused.
I'm getting you confused is what I'm doing, but that's
every time we go in, we're out of it. We're out of the
so you decided it was like a jinx, an omen. Don't go in it, and we'll win it.
That's right.
All right, so there you go. Don't go in it, and we will win it. I like that one.
Team number 7, Rudy Manning.
Last year too, the same thing.
All right,
Rudy Manning and Gord Farewell.
All right, let's see what happens. Looking for big fish, boys, and I'm looking for a big burger at the end of the day too. So how you feeling?
Feeding you is easy. Catching some fish today was the hard part.
All right, catching fish is the hard part. We all stayed here last night. We had a great time walking up and down, talking to people. And it was just fantastic. Hold the fish up for our folks. He's promised us a 4 different type of meat burger this afternoon, and he's feeding the whole crew. So I'm actually looking forward to this. So let's give a big round of applause. There you go. Job well done. All smallmouth bass. So definitely the target. Unfortunately, those are the only 2 you got. You didn't get the other one?
We got one more. We got one little one, but we shook off 2 that we just couldn't fill out the rest of the limit. It was just tough.
You know, I'll tell you, folks, when you see that is because you're on these smallmouth and you're just waiting for them to turn on, and either it's hit or miss, right?
Yeah, it's kind of hit or miss, and you got to do a lot of running. Like, we got to see the whole lake today. We were in Bewdley, we were in Hastings, we were all over the place just trying to find fish.
Did you beat the rain, or did it catch up to you a couple of times?
Oh, I think it beat us a couple of times. I don't know about we beat it, but it definitely beat us a few times.
All right, who you want to thank, buddy?
Of course, my cheerleader and the rest of my team, and some of my sponsors, Skoll, stuff like that. Yeah, no, and you guys, of course. And I will feed you in a little bit.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Hey, don't get like that because you don't get fed. That's all I can tell you. All right, so Mr. Mason, quickly, Vita, before we go into our next contestants roster, still on the light side. All right, so real quick. In all your history and all the tournaments that you've done very well here over the years, how many times did you guys get skunked?
We never got skunked.
All right, so there you go. He's never got skunked. How can you retire?
Yeah, but just think. Then I can make a comeback.
Oh, okay, there you go. He's planning on making a comeback from his retirement in the next tournament.
Team number 36, okay. Jason Bell and John Bell.
I love you, buddy. One second. All right, let's get these guys up here. Let's see what happens. We're looking for big bag of fish. I'll tell you, these are the guys that are gonna make you one day or break you. And not today, though, right?
Not today, no.
You had fun, right?
We had a lot of fun. I got one largemouth. It was tough today, but it is what it is.
Okay, hold your big largemouth out, and it's 7.85. Big largemouth currently is at 3.65, and he's going to beat that, ladies and gentlemen. Nice thick fish, and I'll tell you, super thick. Okay, put him right there in the middle, and let him go. There we go. We're going to come in at 3.55 right there, right? Close, but not a cigar. But at the end of the day, here we are. were you targeting largemouth, smallmouth? What was your?
Smallies in the morning, and just couldn't get on the bite.
Did you target smallies because you felt you had to target smallies, or because that's what guys do, or do you like smallies over largies?
It's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. Job well done. Let's give a big round of applause. All right. So, what were you saying?
Actually, I've been doing this for so long, Andy. I'm 79, and I really do think it's time to retire.
You think so? Bro, if you're standing and you're walking, never quit fishing. That's all I can tell you. The next guy coming to the podium, ladies and gentlemen, is the phenomenal.
Team number 13, Jay McDonald and Scott Burns.
Okay, McDonald and Burns have done it so many times. I don't know if they kind of took over where you guys left off, but these guys have dominated this body of water. Is it going to happen today, Jay?
No, not today.
You know what, buddy? It's okay. We're going to accept that. But $13.95 is still a respectable way to cash the check yesterday. I think hopefully it cashes some money today. Hold the fish up for our camera girl. Let's give Jay a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Not to put anybody on the spot, but I'll tell you, these young anglers are phenomenal anglers, and they've all had their days out here, and I really think that this front maybe was not. Let me ask Jay just a quick question before you go. Based on your experience out here, do you think these fronts have actually hurt the weights this weekend, or do you think that it doesn't really matter on a shallow lake?
I don't know about the fronts. They usually turn the fish on. When that rain started, we caught them like fire today, but the fish we fish smallies out here, and they just weren't where I usually fish them, so I was kind of chasing all around looking for them. I couldn't find them.
Well, buddy, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, it's still very respectable weight, so thank you very much. Let's give a big round of applause. That's, I'll tell you, J Mac, and very well-known angler. I'll tell you, I honestly think that sometimes when you get these fronts on shallower lakes, the fish are affected so much greater because the water is not as deep, so you're getting a lot more reaction from what happens, and sometimes it turns them on, turns them off, just like that, right?
Well, it does, but the one thing out there today, slow.
Dead slow.
Dead slow.
All right, it's all about being slow. All right, slow to go. Who's up here next,
Team
Vita?
number 17, Sam Listro and Carlo Enzavino.
Carlo Enzavino coming up to the podium. Don't be fooled. He's got arms of steel. Big bag of fish. Carlo, not today, but it's funny we can laugh. How many terms you guys won last year? And right now, this is Sam's home lake, but it's been a tough weekend for you guys.
It's been a tough weekend for us, no doubt about that.
So, sometimes we find that, and I'll tell you, folks, sometimes the people that have their home lakes, they're, and especially guides, sometimes it's just so much information that you're in this panic thinking, okay, well, that's not happening, let's do this. That's not happening, let's do this. But I can attest, I'll tell you, these guys are phenomenal anglers. Hold the fish up for folks. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlo Enzavino fishing with Sam Listro, and they're going to hold up a couple. He's going to hold up a big largemouth bass. Now, I'll tell you, it's big. Just because he's small, that is a big fish. Who do you want to thank, buddy?
I want to thank you guys for coming out here day in, day out, putting together this event for us. And I thank my parents and my girlfriend. They finally came out to see one.
I love them. All right, and girlfriend too, huh? Nice to meet her. All right, there you go. So see this? It's a family affair. We're all here at Golden Beach Resort. This is where your family should come and enjoy some beautiful summertime. I think there's still opportunity here to book stuff. So, all right, who's up here next, Vita?
Team number 62, James Robb and Alex Begg.
All right, let's see what goes down here coming up together. Looks like they got a half-decent bag of fish. 1640 is still up in the front place. And how you feeling, buddy?
Oh, it was a really tough day out there today.
It was a tough day today. Well, you know what? 875 is a reflection of everybody's tough day
Today's
today.
weight,
What would you done
875.
different looking back at this point?
Found better spots. Maybe spent a little more time out here pre-fishing. But work got in the way of doing that, so...
Work always gets in the way, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. If I could do this for a living, it would be great.
But you don't do this for a living?
No.
All right, hold the fish up for it, folks. Let's give a good big round of applause. I like the answer. Not yet. And I'll tell you, we had to change the tournament site a little bit today because we were expecting these high winds. So we just wanted to make sure everything was secure and thinking of the safety of the folks coming out to watching because, here at Golden Beach, it is really a lot of stuff to do. So there you go. We're going to hold up a couple of fish for you. Largemouth bass, they got their 5 fish. Unfortunately, not the big ones, but there you go. Now, keep in mind, all fish here at the event must be a minimum of 13 inches, so it's hard to do that, and they may not look as big when you're looking at them, but they all are, and it is what it is. So who do you want to thank before you go?
I want to thank Mega Jigs. We caught a lot of fish on the Mega Jigs today, and school. They give us our sun gear and keep us from frying out there, and just my wife for letting me do it, and you guys for coming out, and Golden Beach for having us.
Thanks, buddy.
I want to thank you for putting this tournament on, Golden Beach for such a good resort, and Tuned Up Custom Rods from Minnesota.
Wow, that's pretty cool. All right, thank you very much. Job well done, guys. And away you go. All right, we're going to keep bringing it up there. We got to be at the trough right now. We got one guy. Okay, so this guy coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, led the event yesterday for almost the whole time and finished in second place. And let's see what he's got to bring up. Vita, are you gonna announce our next contestant?
Okay, thank you. Team number 28, Tim Fernandez and Andrew Bonello.
All right, here we go. Tim Fernandez coming up to the podium. Yesterday weighing in over 17 pounds. The current weight right now, Tim, is 1640. We need 1645 or better to put you back in that hot seat. What do you think's going to happen, buddy?
I think I'm going to be light.
You think you're going to be light? You're right there. Let's zero that in. Vito, can you help him out, please? All right, so there we go. Pull that bag out. All right, so just so you all know, everything here is in water. When we're putting them up here, there's oxygen in the water up here as well, too. We're just going to watch you. Please be careful. Watch it, boys and girls. There's trailers coming in behind you with trucks and trailers. Here we go. Weighing in, 5 fish, 14.55. Is not going to put you first place, but I think it's going to put you right up there. And, it is what it is. Now, you started off today. We had a conversation this morning. You thought you might have had some trolling motor problems. Did those happen or no?
No, everything worked out well.
Everything worked out well. But you know what? Those things kind of hinder your back because you're always thinking, you know what? Am I going to be too far to get my motor? Is it going to get fixed, this and that? So it does happen to play on your mind, does it not?
It definitely does, but we went for it anyway.
Now, did you lose a fish that might have made the difference here today?
No, it was tough for us today. It was a different day altogether.
Well, you should be proud of your, right now you're currently sitting, I believe, at between 17, 21, 31-pound weekend, so 32 pounds. Hold the fish up for the camera. Let's give a big round of applause. You got a fish in there bigger than 4.35 pounds? No? All right. Let's give a big round of applause. He's going to show you a couple of a nice smallmouth bass for you, full color, and I like to call it full bloom, and we're still not even into the fall months. Can you think about that? It won't be that long. All the boys and girls will be back to school. Y'all want to go back to school? No. You don't want to go back to school? All right. You want to stay here at Golden Beach the rest of the summer, don't you? All right, buddy. Who do you want to thank before you go?
I want to thank you and Vita and your family for doing such a great job. Thank you very much for having us, Golden Beach, and for all the people here for coming out. Thank you.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. Job well done. Let's get a big round of applause. Away they go. And look at that. You guys got coffee and everything. Look, you guys are like sitting right here at home. Is he okay? He's fine? You sure? All right, he's nervous right now. I thought you were going to start pole dancing around that pole, so I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out. I don't know.
Team number 35, Steve Perry and Mike Perry.
All right, Team Perry coming up to the podium. 1640 is what's sitting in the first place position. Those are the guys to beat. High five, buddy. I love this guy. All right, come on over here, guys. 11:15. It's not too bad. You know what? Yeah, it was a tough day of fishing, but there's no doubt about it. We watched some of the biggest guys and names that have been out here that have really struggled this weekend. But it is what it is. As long as you get what you got your satisfaction out of the weekend, everything's good?
Yeah, we did slightly better than yesterday. We just decided to have some fun and flip all day. So, yeah, it was a good day fishing with my brother.
Usually that's what happens. Have fun and you catch fish.
Yeah, we just wanted to actually go set the hook on fish today, so we let the smallmouth go and just went largie fishing.
All right, hold the fish up for the folks, and there you go. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Two brothers had fun, and a little guy that's going to be the future. Maybe you have a grandson or anything? When you dump him, you might want a grandson. You have a son? All right, your son. It'll still be Mason and Mason. All right, look at that. Look at this little guy. He's not afraid of nothing. Eh? He's ready to go, isn't he?
He's ready to go. He's out pre-fishing. He was having a time of his life. So.
Look at those eyes. Beautiful eyes. Okay, hold him up. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. And, again, job well done. I'll tell you, if you've just tuned in with the live eye, Vita, can you give us a quick rundown of what's happening out here to all our folks, and we'll get these fish back where they belong. So, thanks, guys.
Currently in first place, Don and Al Mason with 1640. In second, Tim Fernandez and Andrew Bonello with 1455. And in third, Bob Adler and Joey Crumpton with 1425.
Look at that. Bob Adler and Joey Crumpton third, and you guys are still sitting in first. And you're going to retire. It might be good.
John's gonna fish with. You get Cleve Bordeaux.
Oh, there you go. Masons and Bordeaux. That would be pretty awesome. Then nobody's going to win. Look at that. Can you imagine fishing against Cleve Bordeaux and the Masons? Eh? Can you imagine Bordeaux and Masons team up? All right, here we go. Vita.
Team number 14, Cesar Ruscio and Mike Cornell.
I would only imagine what would happen there. We should have a three-man team. All right, here we go. Mike Quinnell coming up to the podium, fishing with Cesar Ruscio, ladies and gentlemen. The magic number to beat is 1640. He's tightening him up like he's going to squeeze the air right out of that.
Yeah, I could use all the air we could get.
1550. You guys are still sitting in that seat, and you're in second place. How you feeling right now, buddy?
It was a better day than yesterday. We totally changed up our game plan. You know, we went for smallmouth yesterday, and we concentrated on largemouth today and ended up catching a couple of good smallmouth doing it. So there you go.
Hold up a big fish for our folks, and we'll also weigh in for big fish. Currently, big fish right now, Mike, is sitting at 4.35 on the smallmouth side. I believe they're all smallmouth in there, it looks like. Oh, he's got a largemouth in here. All right, big largemouth is 3.65. You can try that big largemouth too, but hold them up for the camera first. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together because he's going to show you a largemouth and a smallmouth bass right there. Come on, pow! Nice job. And let's do the smallmouth. Let's do the largemouth, actually. Sorry, we got 0 on the scales. Put him right in there, Mike. We're going to go 365 is where we need him to go. He's going to come in. You're definitely taking the lead on the largemouth side. Let's give a big round of applause. There's a new leader on the largemouth. And you want to try the smallmouth too? I don't know if he's going to go over 4 pounds. All right, put him back in the bag. Let's get him back where they belong. Mike, real quick, what did you do different today than you did yesterday?
Yesterday I fished really deep, and today I went real skinny.
So today you went skinny?
Yeah, it doesn't look like it, but I did go skinny.
Right on. All right, so we're hoping to get back up here, give you some money. Who do you want to thank?
Well, again, you know, Golden Beach for hosting the event. You know, they've been doing it for a lot of years, and as anglers, we really appreciate having a nice venue like this to go to. You and Vita and all your staff and all the competitors as well, and my partner in particular.
Buddy, thank you very much. Class act all the way. Job well done. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you, we're gonna see hopefully some big fish. We can see the weight starting to come up. Currently, the weight sitting at 1640 is what's leading it, and that's our boys here to our left. That's Mason and Mason. Vita, who's up here next?
Team number 30, Scott Allen and Travis Smith.
All right, here we go. Scotty Allen and Travis Smith coming up to the podium, looking to take over the lead. 1640 is the magic number to beat. Looks like a smallmouth bag, or is it a mixed bag?
One smallmouth.
One smallmouth.
Really big.
Just really big, one big small. 1375. Let's see if they got that. If it goes.
1375.
Okay, good. All right, hold the fish up for our folks. We're going to hold up a big fish for you, and we're going big smallmouth. That's really big. 4.35, 4.40 will put you in first place for the big smallmouth. 470 right now is the overall big fish. I think we're going over 5 pounds. What do you all think? Come on, let's hear it for them. Is that all y'all got? There's so many people out there, and I know it's a gloomy day, but let's all smile and get it happy. We're going to go 4.5, 4 point. You're in the lunker, right?
Oh, yeah.
Make sure it goes 470.
Lunker at 455.
No. 470. Try it again.
You missed it?
I see it too. Write it down, Peter. Just write it. Hold them up one more time. Hold up for the camera. Let's get a big round of applause. 4.70. Hold up for the camera one more time.
Got it.
All right, here we go. Job well done. Okay, see that? I seen it. I seen it. You seen it.
There you go, man.
You know, I'll tell you, the problem is when you got some weather issues happening right now. It's very important that we keep an eye on what's going on. So, and you know, I got your eye, so I got your back. All right. So, did that fish come all by itself in a place you were not thinking it was going to be, or were you actually targeting that guy?
All by herself.
So there was no other smallmouth to go with that.
We don't do that.
Oh, so did you stick around and wait to see if there was another one there, or no?
No, we beat the bank all day, every day, and just keep going.
So he came from shallow water.
Yes, sir.
Wow. Well, you know what? Maybe you might be onto something out here. Congratulations. Hopefully that fish holds for you. Anybody you want to thank before you go?
CSFL, Golden Beach, everyone who came out.
Thanks, boy. I appreciate it. All right, away they go. Job well done. I'll tell you.
Team 31, Kevin Coker and Ron Turner.
Big fish. You still would have had big fish. Or you would have been tied for big fish. You would have been tied. All right, it is what it is. How are you, buddy? I know you.
Yeah, you do.
I know, I'm joking around, but you know.
We struggled out there today a little bit. The weather got us, so.
You know, I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's
315.
Not all these lakes are their best lakes. So it could be Quinny, could be Tri Lakes, whatever. But it's about the points. So not about the weights. And the only way you get the classic is you have to fish a minimum amount of events and do well enough to at least get some points out of it that you can utilize through other events. Do you want to hold up a good guy up? All right, we'll get right on. All right, so you know what? It was a tough weekend, buddy.
It was a tough weekend, but thanks for everybody coming out, and thanks Golden Beach, and hope to see you next year. And look forward to going to the Bay of Quinny.
Yeah, buddy. We're looking forward to seeing you there, too. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll tell you, that's what happened. We'll be on Trenton in just about 3 weeks from now, or 2 weeks from now. We'll be on this. What is that date? I don't have it in front of me, but it is the last Saturday. And Saturday we'll be down in the Bay of Quinte only, coming out of Trent. So if you want to follow us, or you can do any single weekend, just follow us on our Facebook Live, and you can watch the weigh-ins and how it goes down. Vita, who's up here now?
Team 27, Bill Scullion and Brett Scullion.
Father and son team. Brent's coming up to the podium looking for a big bag. Can we take the Masons out? 1640 is the magic number to beat.
Not going to happen today.
Not gonna it's not bad. Respectable weight.
Yeah, it's honestly not bad. It was a struggle out there. We only had one fish in the box by 2 p.m. and then 2 p.m. hit, and we put 4 more in there. So.
Well, you know what, buddy?
13,
you know, the whole thing is you're catching fish and you don't quit. That's the best thing in life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Hold the fish up for our folks, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I spent 4 days down in ICAST this past week with my daughter Victoria, and we had, whoa, look at the size of smallmouth. We're going to weigh him in for big fish, and I'll tell you, you know, his father, who just actually got promoted to VP of Shimano Canada, which is a pretty cool job to get promoted to, and we'll try that big guy and put him in there. Let's see what happens. Looking for big fish, just under 4 pounds. Very respectable fish, though, you know, I'm sure your dad's going to want you to tell everybody what they won at the ICAST award.
Yeah, Shimano actually just came out with a brand new bait casting reel. It's called the Curado K. It won the best freshwater bait casting reel. So if any of you guys are looking to buy a new reel, you should probably check that one out.
Thank you very much. Job well done. All right, away he goes, and father and son team and brother team still sitting up on the podium. And hopefully you guys just chilled, relaxed. You got coffee. Don't make me disqualify you. If I come in there and smell something in that coffee, you're out of here. You know that, right? Just be careful those chairs don't go too far back. That's all.
Team number 22,
right.
Joe Ford and
all right.
Xander Race.
Yes, Xander, what's up, buddy? Did you have a good day today?
Not so good.
Not so good, but you know what? I kind of explained that. I'm going to tell you something, Xander. If you know, sometimes there's so much pressure you're putting on this guy. This is the guy that I'm telling you about, and I'm giving you my word. He knows his lake phenomenally, the backhand. Just sometimes there's so much pressure on these guys that, you know, it's not just him. That's a big largemouth. But the thing is, there's so many places, so many spots. Where do you start? Where do you stop? Like, it must really play on your mind when you're out there, buddy.
Yeah, it really does. You know, I've been on the road guiding for the last, 6 months between here and Texas. And when I get back to my home lake, I don't have a problem going out and catching fish, but it takes away from my practice time. So to be able to go out and find those groups of big fish, that's the challenge. So my wife just showed up with my little boy. Everybody give her a round of applause.
That's putting you on a spot, isn't it? All right, hold the fish up for folks, and let's see if he's got a big fish to come up. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, if you are looking to get on the body of water, if you're here for the next week, or if you're coming back, or if you're on the live, or if you're on a cam, just call Golden Beach. They'll hook you up with Joe and get you on the water. He's the local guide. Big smallmouth right now is 4.70, and largemouth at 3.75. All right, hold them up high and hold them good. Hold them good. Let's get a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Job well done. No, I don't think he's going to go. We could try that one, though. All right, let's try this big largemouth. Let's see if he's going to go over the top. Let me hold him. I haven't held the fish today yet. Okay, here we go. Big largemouth. We got a 0 in there. And
325.
365. Just 0.1 underneath it, but that's okay.
I love you guys. You guys put on the best show. Thanks, Golden Beach. Thanks, everybody, for coming out to watch us. Rice Lake. We've had some low weights this tournament, but the lake, I promise you guys, is in great shape. I'm still seeing balls of fry, like baby bass, everywhere I fish. Everything's late. So remember that when you're fishing and you're not really catching them and it's a little tough, the lake's in great shape. There's a lot of fish out there to be caught. We're just like we're a month ahead of schedule with all this new water and rain. These fish got to get comfortable.
Well, there you go, folks. So if you've only booked in for this week, you want to rebook yourself for 3 weeks from now. Not a bad way to look at it. Thanks, Joe. Job well done, and thank you, buddy. Let's give these boys a big round of applause. Away they go. You guys are still sitting in front place. You just beat out the local guide. Let's see what comes up next. Vita, who's
Team
on the way up
41,
here?
Colin May and Mark Bounty.
All right, Kawartha Metal Corporation coming up here right now. These guys are made of steel. Like that one? Hey, that's a good way of saying it. All right, so you guys got your fish today.
Yeah, we had a decent day today. It was a lot better than yesterday. We were skunked yesterday, but we ended up finding some fish and some timber, so it was a good time.
10:30.
You know what? I'll tell you, you got to find those fish, and sometimes that's where they move into that hardwood. Hold the fish up for our camera. Let's give these guys, hold a couple of fish up, guys. Let's give these boys a big round of applause. And you know what? You get out there and you have fun. That is a big part of the game already in a good place. So you guys got a big fish in there right now? No? All right, we'll hold them up and let's take a look at them. And let's give these guys a big round of applause. So I'll tell you, this is what it's all about. You know, if you're coming out here and you want to have fun, we're going to give it to you. That's all I'm going to tell you. But there's some nice largemouth bass, something I would have probably targeted today too. I don't think I'd ever beat you guys because I'm a largemouth guy like these guys. So there you go. I can't win. Anything you want to say before? Anybody you want to thank before you go, guys?
I'd like to thank Kawartha Meadows for making this 2 days possible, and I'd like to thank you, Andy. You guys put on a good show here today. Thanks.
I appreciate it, buddy. There's your slip. Thank you very much. Job well done, guys. Thank you. Job well done, guys. All right, see that? I don't know. Do you think, in all your career and everything you guys have ever done, have you ever even considered largemouth bass?
Yes.
And what about you?
Yes, we won 2 tournaments using on largemouth.
I'm shocked. Thank God I was actually not. I was right to think. He said they won 2 tournaments on largemouth. Never. I've never seen that.
Team number 37.
Oh, not here. That doesn't
Terry
count.
Hickey and Paul Segaris.
All right. Here we go. Segaris coming up to the podium, and Terry Hickey probably down at the boat right now. And these guys might have a bag that may challenge you guys. Are you worried? Are you concerned? If you're saying this last tournament, you want to win, right? All right. I think everybody's being nice to you. They want to see you win. How you feeling, buddy?
I'm feeling pretty good, but we didn't do it today.
You know, it was a tough weekend for a lot of guys, bro. So I don't think I can see it. I can see it as a lot of work. I'm sure you guys didn't quit any time today. Did the rain hit you at any point?
Yeah, we were out in the East End, and it got pretty ugly. We could actually hear a rod start humming out there.
Wow, that's not a good feeling.
No, we ran away from a pretty good spot, too, so it kind of sucked.
Hold the fish up for you. You got a big guy in there? I do, buddy. It's okay. Put him in. All right, we got some big fish for you, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to put the big guy in there, see how he weighs out. And
Today's weight, $12.95.
Put him in there, see how he goes. And do we have a 0 on that? Yeah, okay. So 3, yeah, so still nice fish, though. All right, hold him up for the camera. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal fish. And there you go. Nice smallmouth bass at the very best. And we'll get him where he was. So, you know, Paul, you guys have done very well here over the years, and we watched your career. Unfortunately, it is what it is. What would you say this weekend? Like, you know, looking back, like the whole weekend, the fronts coming through, this and that. You know, would you be targeting deep or shallow water? Like, where did you guys target?
We targeted some deeper stuff, rockweed transitions. It was a little bit deeper, and we didn't have a good pre-fish, and to be honest, I wasn't far off of what I did yesterday, and yesterday I cashed a check, so.
You might get one today.
Well, I'm going to hold my breath for a little bit.
All right, well, buddy, good luck. 10th pace spot, so don't disappear, right? All right, we're going to keep bringing them up here one at a time. You know what? A friend of mine, you know who Steve Les Zachney is? You heard the name Les Zachney?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Les Zachney once said to me, he goes, you know, I was fishing, I think it was the Canada U.S. years ago. And, you know, I go up to him, I go, but I think we're going to hammer him today. He goes, oh, no, there won't be any fish coming in today. I'm like, why is that? He goes, because all the cows were laying down. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, when the cows aren't eating, neither are the fish. And I'm like, I'm looking at him like, are you serious? You're telling me this, and you're a professional fisherman. And he goes, well, it's all because of the pressure. The cows feed on pressure, and so do the fish. So if you got it, if you're lucky enough to have a cow in your backyard, do you have a cow in your backyard?
We've got one. Every time we've done extremely well out on this lake, I mean, not today because the weights are really low, but when the fish are really on, the carp are jumping like crazy. That's if they're jumping like crazy, the smallies are on.
So the carp.
We go by the carp, yeah.
All right. So if you know the carp are active.
That story actually came from Izumi.
So that's from Bob. So Bob's talking about carp. Les is talking about cows. I don't know what this world's coming into, but it'll be interesting to see what happens at the alumni event when all you guys come together. And that's an event coming up August 2nd. You have to be over 50, both both partners have to be over 50, and it's coming out of right here, Golden Beach Resort. You can book in the night before if you'd like. We're going to try and turn that into a 2 or 3 day event in the next 2 or 3 years and making it a good event for all our alumni. So, Vita, who's up here next?
Team number 2, Ken Boyd and Chris Walter.
Kenny Boyd coming up to the podium, ladies and gentlemen, representing DT Power Sports, Humminbird, Ranger, Talon, Minn Kota, and food. I love you, buddy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You like that? Hey, you know what? I'm allowed to do that because it's like you're fat, I'm fat, we're both fat.
Okay.
You're not that fat, though. You're skinnier than me.
That's nice.
685.
All right, Kenny, you know what? I've had some good time to do. You know, Ken, you've done very well on this particular body of water, and I want to hear it from you, too. Like, what do you contribute this weekend's weights? Like, what do you think? Trying to pin it down, just trying to figure out if you guys are all on the same track or if you're thinking something different.
Well, I think the big thing out here is the water levels are up. There's a lot of current coming out of the river. So you really got to look to see what I found anyways is that the smallmouth were very scattered. They weren't grouped up yet. We're still not to that point.
What about water clarity? Like, nobody's really talked about that. A few guys in pre-fish have told me that it was pretty muggy out there.
Yeah, it was pretty muddy in spots, but there was also a few spots that we found down in the west end that were very, very clear.
And did you find the clear stuff more productive?
Actually, no. Believe it or not, if we found wind-blown points and rockweed transitions, that's where we were getting our fish. So
wow, thank you, buddy. Good information. Hold the fish up for it, folks. Let's give Ken Boyd a big round of applause and job well done. You see that? Information. That's what we got to give these folks. Information so they can come. Oh, you keep it all mentally. Let's give a big round of applause. Nice, healthy smallmouth bass. He'll get back where he belongs. And job well done. Is there anything you want to say before you go, buddy? Anybody you want to thank?
I want to thank CSFL. I also want to thank Humminbird, Pure Fishing for showing their support for you guys this year. I think it's really important to keep you guys going. So I'm really glad that Pure Fishing and Humminbird came on board, and Mercury obviously has always been there with Talon. So I really want to thank them for keeping you guys going and keeping this going, because this is pretty important to the fisheries in Ontario. So.
Thanks, buddy. It means a lot, Tom. Let's give a big round of applause and class act. Oh, you see that? I love this guy. Now you know why I like this guy so much. And I'll tell you, if it wasn't for sponsors, it's very difficult to make this happen. So, Vita, who's on their way up here next?
Team number 38, Justin Beckett and Kaylee Tink.
All right, so I don't see a big fish in there, Justin, but that's okay. We'll save him for Scugog or somewhere else. So is that better for you?
Yeah, Scugog next weekend. I can't wait for that one.
It's hard for everybody this weekend. I don't think anybody could go home this weekend and really, even Corey yesterday had a good bag of fish. But, I'm still not thinking he was happy as he would like to be. But you want to hold the fish up for our camera?
No, not today.
We'll get them back where they belong. All right, buddy, hold on. Let me get a card for you. And again, drive safely. Say hi to your sweetheart for us. All right, thank you very much. We'll see you next weekend. It's what it's all about. You got enough water? We don't want to dehydrate you guys, you know what I mean? Where'd your brother go, to refill his cup? All right, here we go. Masons are still in first place. If you just tuned in, it's 1640. Corey Johnston still yet to weigh in. We got Matt Hubble. We got these guys we have to weigh in. Wait, come up, Vita.
Team number 16, Daniel Pitatoni and David Umperson.
All right, let's see what happens. Let's go, boys. Looking for another big bag. It's not going to be as big as we would like to see, but you know what? I'm going to tell you something on behalf, not because we have anything to do with them, but I'll tell you, instant dry stuff's good, and when you got the sun, you definitely want to protect yourself, and that's huge, right?
Correct.
All right, hold up a couple fish for our cameras, and we'll give them a big round of applause just the same. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be going to a commercial next team, and job well. Hold them up. You got a big guy in there? No big guy? It's okay. These guys will become big guys. It's like the milk commercial. I keep saying that because I believe it's very much true. All these fish, they bit once, they'll bite again because they're all going back to Rice Lake, and they're only going to get bigger and bigger, and we hope that people do practice live and release, and at the same time, we hope that you enjoy a good fish fry. All right, there you go. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Some nice fish. And, catch him before he goes. I think too much sun today, or cloud. All right, there you go. Come on, put it together. And I think Dave Mercer said it the other day best. These floors are specifically built to have this bounce like a wrestling floor so the fish don't get hurt. All right, so is there anything you want to say before you go, buddy?
No, just like to thank everyone for being here and thank my girlfriend for letting me fish.
not crazy. Look at the sun right now, man. Where was it all day? So anything you want to say, Daniel?
Thanks to School Gear, and thanks for everyone.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate all your support, man. Job well done. This sun is pounding on us right now. If you've just tuned in, it's absolutely incredible how bad it is. All right, so we're ready to name our next piece. Vita, she kind of disappeared on us. Vita, are you okay? I don't. Haven't heard no music. I don't hear no music. All right, so once we hear the music, then you know we're a commercial. Bringing up our next competitor.
Team number 5, Derek Connor and Riley Clorox.
Here we go. Derek and Riley coming up to the podium next, looking for a 16-pound bag. This looks like it's going to be real close. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your seats. Let's see if it's going to take a rock. We need it to go 16, 16:30 ain't going to quite make the cut. How are you feeling right now, Mr. Mason? You're hanging in there? I love these guys.
16:30.
That's a good bag of fish. That's a very respectable bag today. How are you feeling about that?
Oh, real good. Real good.
That's a solid second place bag fish. Hold up the fish. Get a big guy out there. You got a big guy to weigh in? Yeah? Okay, hold him up. All right, hold him up. Let's see what happens. Big fish. We got, I'll tell you, a solid second place team right now in that 16 Vita. What was that again that just came in? 16:30. That is as close as it can be. Don't go too far back with those shares, right? There's a ledge there. All right. Look, see how close that was? Look at that fish. Oh, you didn't put in? Oh, man. You didn't go 370 still. Not the biggest overall bucket. But hold them up for the camera, girl. My daughter. Let's give a big round of applause. Both you guys grab a fish. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. That is as close to second place that you're going to get. And that was 16.30. Absolutely incredible. You got him? There you go. Come on, put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen. 16.30 is what these boys weighed in, and as close as it's going to get. You're still sitting in first place right now, Mason and Mason. All right, job well done. Here you go, guys. Is there anything you want to share, anything you want to say before you go?
Thanks for the weekend. You guys put on a great event. I'd also like to thank my boss for lending us his boat and giving us the weekend off here.
Yeah, what he said.
Thanks, guys. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thanks, man. You guys rock it. All right, let's see. We are about to go live, and here we are. We're live again. We got a couple more few bags in the tank here, and we got a guy coming up here that could quite possibly take it over the top. Are you guys ready for this? Do you want to be taken out? If you want to go out, man, you want to go out. You sure? All right, they shouldn't be here with this weight is what they're complaining.
Team
All right.
number 57, Scott Barry and Andrew Mercer.
It's a pretty big bag coming up here, guys. I'm not going to lie. This is a really nice bag of fish. Isn't going to be enough. It's going to be close. 16:45 is what we need. I see a lot of confidence here up on the stage. Ooh, you guys are still here. 15 Vita. That's a huge bag. Real close.
15.90.
15.90. Is that as close as it comes? I seen you. You were ready to go. Oh, man. Hey, you want to win, don't you? You want to win. Tell me you don't want to win. All right, buddy. That's a good bag of fish. You got to be happy with that?
Oh, yeah. Good day.
All smallmouth?
All smallmouth.
All right, that's a good bag of fish. Look at that smallmouth bass, ladies and gentlemen, going up over the top. Put him in there. Let's see what happens. Looking for big fish. 5. Is he going to hit 5? 4, 6, 5. Nice fish, though. Just doesn't have the belly on it. 470. Got to be happy. I can't believe how many 470 fish came in. All right, let's give 470, ladies and gentlemen. Job well done. Hold the fish up for it, folks.
470 also.
All right, here we go. Hold up a fish, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you a couple of nice fish right there. Hold them up. Smallmouth bass. 1, 2, 3. Hold them up. There you go. Hold them tight. Let's give a big round of applause. All smallies is what they gave you, ladies and gentlemen. And that is $15.90. That's putting him, I believe, into third place, if I can recall all the numbers. But still, you guys got to be happy with that. All right, bro, tell me. Now, what's your small fish there right now?
Oh, maybe a pound and a half.
Yeah, you know what? And that's why I seen him, and I was thinking to myself, man, that would have been a good fish to call out.
Yeah, you know what? We caught that big one right when that storm came through, and it was windy. It was hard to fish it. We changed up lures, put on a real heavy weight, and we're just dragging it. And I got that to go, and then we thought maybe we could get one more. Thunder and lightning came, so we moved out of that area, and I think we should have just stayed put.
Well, buddy, you know what? It's very respectable weight. I definitely think you guys are going to be seeing some money today, and hopefully you guys can hold on. Let's give a big round of applause. Job well done. Away they go. Masons are still sitting in first place at 1640. Big, small, big, largemouth, 3.75. And we have a 2-3-way tie on big, smallmouth at 4.70. Vita, who's on the way up here
Team
next?
47, Dave Bairstow and Matt Hubble.
Are you worried now? You're not worried? Barstow, are you sure? And Hubble? All right, there we go. I'd be worried right now. That looks like a very healthy bag of fish. I got a serious poker face here to my right. Are we going over the top? 15:55. This is incredible. We're getting close, but we're just not. Come on, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. These guys have won more tournaments on this body of water. Maybe not as much as those guys, but they have won a lot of tournaments. You know, I'll tell you, and I'm not 100% certain of this, but in our books, I'll tell you, Dave still holds the record for the biggest largemouth here on this body of water. And what size was that fish? It was like almost hit 8 pounds, did it not?
7.2.
7.2. That was a large one. Hold the fish up for it, folks. You got a big guy in there? Hold the fish up. Do you got a big one in there, Dave? No? Okay, he's going to hold up a couple fish for you. Let's get a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal bag of fish. Unfortunately, not taking over top, but again, putting himself definitely into a top 10 position. Another nice big smallmouth there. Come on, let's give a big round of applause. Job well done. There's what hurt you? Oh, here's the fish that hurt him right here. And it's true. You know, you get that one little fish that's not going to make it happen, and that just goes to show you what tournament fishing is all about, that one fish. So, you know, you didn't quit till the day. When did that little guy come in, early or late?
Probably about midday we got him. We broke off a couple of big boys that it's just the way it goes out here.
You know, sometimes that's what it takes. If you can eliminate those little guys, you know, all of a sudden, boom, you got it.
Yeah, exactly. That's all you need to do is just, and you got to get every fish to the boat. That's how you have to do it.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm going to say thank you very much. Good luck to you. I think you guys are getting some money today, so don't disappear. You can go over there and say congratulations to the Masons. Don't jinx them, though. All right, there we go. Let's see what comes up here
Team number
next.
55, Mark Hunter and Moose Bertu.
The Moose and the Hunter. Is it the Hunter and the Moose? What is that? Hey, who's ever actually put that together? Is it the Moose and the Hunter or the Hunter and the Moose? Do you want to be the Hunter or would you rather be the Moose?
I'll be the Hunter.
And you're the Moose.
I'll be the Moose.
All right, Moose and the Hunter. Vita, what do they got?
605.
605. Come on, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. You guys might want to high five each other. Hold up a couple of fish. Obviously, they're having fun. They're having fun with each other. That's all that matters. And it's all good. No, you're not. You're still up there. I don't know. I'm looking in the troughs there, and I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. All right, here we go. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. They're having fun, and that's what this game's all about. It's about having fun. You want to fish against the best and have the opportunity to beat guys like the Masons, the Johnsons, and everybody else in the lineup. But today it didn't happen for you, Moose.
No, we lost a couple good ones. But you know what? It was a good day on the water. I mean, it was all about the laughs. It was all about the giggles. We saw a lot of big fish, but unfortunately, we couldn't bring them home.
Mark, anything you want to say, buddy?
I just want to thank Moose for that was a last-minute decision. We never fished before together, and you know, it was no shortness of giggles, that's for sure.
Buddy, well, thank you very much. There's your slip, and job well done. Thank you very much. Give you guys a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate all the support. Let's keep them coming, Vita.
Team number 20, Ryan Thornton and Josh Lewis.
All right, boys, come on up here. Let's see if we got some big bags. You guys are still, I'm looking at the troughs, and they're hard coming up today. I think they're all kind of sitting in their boats, relaxing. Is there still a lot of guys out there? That's a very respectable weight, buddy.
Not what we wanted, but
judging by what I'm looking at today, I think you might get a
1280.
I doubt that.
Well, I wouldn't be not thinking you're not. Hold the fish up for it, folks. Smallmouth bass as well. And I'll tell you, looking at the amount of smallmouth bass that are coming in today, it looks like they must be starting to set up because, we haven't seen a lot of smallmouth. We haven't seen this many smallmouth yesterday in the whole event. It was a lot of largemouths coming in, and today we're starting to see the smallies. There you go, smallmouth bass, ladies and gentlemen. Two nice fish there, both solid 3-pound fish, and we'll get them back where they belong. So, job well done. Is there anything you'd like to say? Anything you want to talk about?
No, not today.
Not today? All right, buddy. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it, and job well done. All right, we got one more team in there. We got a couple teams.
Team number 15, Keith Langley and Daniel Storozak.
What? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You're fine? You sure? All right, you're fine. They're just sitting there patiently waiting to see if they're going to win. Keith, how are you, buddy?
Good, you?
You had a good day today?
No.
You know what? Would you rather be at home cutting grass?
Today, maybe.
Really? You want to cut my grass?
410.
No.
All right, so do you have any big guys on or?
No.
Any fishtails? You can't give us something?
Not really.
We fell in the water?
No.
Nothing happened?
Would have been excitement.
Okay, you going to hold the fish up for it, folks?
Sure.
All right, hold the fish up. Let's give a big round of applause. They're going to hold a couple fish up for you. Here we go. Big team, big fish coming in on the backside here. And we are definitely into the 60s. We might be on the backside. And I do not see Corey Johnson in the water pool right now or in the trough. So it'll be interesting to see who comes up behind. Oh, look at this. One after the other coming up. Hold those fish up high and be proud. That's what I say. All right, so. Hey, here, don't forget your slip. Thanks, buddy. Job well done. Go this way. Say hi to the Masons. All right. Go over and shake the Masons' hands.
Team number 63, Kim Kwan and Mike Correa.
You know what? I'll tell you, these guys, back in the day in this body of water did a lot of damage, and I haven't seen Mike in a long time. We a pleasure to see you. Are you still working with the Toronto Conservation Authority?
Actually, I'm not. I'm a roofing company owner.
Oh, congratulations. So just so you know who this guy is next to me, because going back how far, we were setting up an event in Toronto to run a tournament. I'm not going to say because one day it's going to happen. We're going to make it happen. And we had the opportunity to go out on the electric boat, right? Is that what it was?
Yeah, electrofishing boat. Yep.
Electrofishing boat. So what they'll do is, and you guys, let's use Center Island, for example. You guys do the shoreline, right?
Yeah, all shoreline habitat surveys, basically. So
I was on this electric boat, and I had to not step off in case I got electrified. But all these fish would come up, and it was pretty cool, right?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Right, hold the fish up for her, folks. Vita, what was their weight?
Today's weight, 1545.
Very respectable weight, 1545. Not quite 1640, but again, just under a pound from first place. Definitely deserve a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together for them. Job well done. And there you go. Mike, don't forget your slip, bite. And thank you. Always a pleasure. Hope to see you more often. And job well done. All right, so.
Whoever coined the phrase, less is more, wasn't much of a fisherman. He probably talked himself into a V6 when he could have got a V8, settled for 100 horsepower instead of 250, and went home empty-handed when he should have doubled down. Introducing the Solix series. From Mega Imaging to AutoChart Live to CrossTouch, Solix has all of fishing's most innovative technologies on our biggest screen ever. Because more is more. Only from Humminbird.
That's awesome.
That's so cool. It's a game changer.
This thing steers just as easy in the thick stuff as it does out there in the open water.
It's much quieter. It's more responsive.
Hit one button, you're locked down.
It's holding us right in place. It's anchoring us right here.
that new spot lock is dead on.
You know, the only fighting you have to worry about is fighting the fish now.
That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Oh, we're off the commercial. Okay, so hold on. We'll hold that thought, okay? But we'll talk about the electric boat in a bit. All right, so Corey Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, has just entered the area in the back. We don't know what he's got. Could it be a back-to-back win for him? And we got Big Fish Guy coming up next.
Team
and, let's see what
64,
happens.
Paul Arsenault and Ed Sannon.
All right, here we go. There's a nice big bag of fish. And like I told you yesterday, if you were here, I said it. I said these guys are good for big fish. And are they going to be big enough to take it over the top? Let's see what happens. 1885. That's putting him in the first place. Congratulations. You're going to hold up
Takes
some
the
fish for
lead,
folks.
1885.
We're going to sing the Nana song to you guys. You know what? Now you have to come back.
You're going to kick us out now, aren't you?
Yeah, but you have to come back for redemption. I know second place is not a way to retire. I'm going to be honest with you. You have to come back and fish the alumni and take that win. But we want to thank you.
Shoot him.
We shoot him too. But congratulations to both you guys. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right, thank you. Thanks, bro. I appreciate it very much. Be careful on your way out. And there you go. Look at this guy. You know, yesterday I told him, I said, these guys, I don't know what it is, but they're always good. Every tournament, they always bring in one monster fish. Did we wait in a monster fish yet? Okay, hold them up. Hold them up. Oh, my God. Get that camera ready. Get your cameras all ready. This is here, Golden Beach, Rice Lake. We're going to show you a huge, look at that largemouth baby. Love it. I hope it's all largemouth. Is it all largemouth? Tell me it's all largemouth bass in there. Wow, what the hell is that all about? All right, he's got one smallmouth in there looking for 7 pounds. Are we going to go over 6? 6.30. What? That is incredible, man. I am so. Take one more. Take another picture with that fish. Take another picture with that fish. I think he deserves a kiss. All right, come on. Kiss the fish. Kiss. There you go. Not too much. You're going to make him sick. Bro, I don't even
days to catch a big fish like that.
I don't even want to say. You know, yesterday we were saying that, but I really meant it. You guys are all.
Awesome. I'm glad you said it, buddy.
You're always good for big. You're a really superstitious guy.
It seems to happen when you say it. I just keep on cheering me on. I'm into it.
Okay, so come sit down with me over here a second. You got you in the hot seat. Let's get a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Where's your partner in the boat? Do you want to come up here, or it might be bad luck for you? Okay, sit down for a second. All right, so real quick. That is phenomenal weight. Largemouth bass, you know, we haven't seen that kind of weight with largemouth on this body of water in a long time. Something you should be proud of. You know, we're looking at possibly looking at a trough right now. We got 5 guys sitting, probably the last 5 guys to weigh in. And I know they all looked for the smallmouth today. How are you feeling? You feeling good about this?
Well, I'm pretty grateful to be sitting where I am right now. It's been a long time, probably since '09, so I'm pretty grateful. Even if I get bumped off the chair, it's been a while, so pretty happy to be in this spot.
Well, I hope you can manage to hold on to this spot, buddy, because you guys well deserve it. And if your partner's out here, let's get him up here and sitting down next to you. Vita, are we ready to bring up our next contestant? Our
Team
next
number
contestant.
58, Jeremy Caruana and Melissa McDonald.
All right, Jeremy and Melissa coming up here. Looks like they got a good bag. Not quite 1885, but something you have to have fun with, right?
Always have fun.
Let's say you had fun today.
Absolutely.
Did you get caught up in the rain too?
Oh, yeah, but that's part of it, right?
Part of it. Now, you guys didn't see any lightning strokes or anything out there, right?
Yeah, we saw some lightning and our trolling motor broke down, so we just decided to come back and we were just driving around, hitting some waves, having some fun.
Wow, well, you know what? It's a good time to do it in the middle of summer. Vita?
Today's weight, 865.
Hold a couple of fish up for our folks. Let's give them a big round of applause. You know what? I'll tell you, this is a very expensive game, ladies and gentlemen. It costs to play, and sometimes those breakdowns can be very expensive. And look at her. She can show you how to hold a fish. All right, let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 1, 2, 3, and 4. He's going to get his 4th fish, too. I'll tell you. We've had days like this, and then we've had days like that, and it's always about days of fun. And, you know, you're going to remember these days for years to come. So, you know, let me ask you, Melissa, I want to ask you a question, honey. What would you think you should have did different today?
Catch something? No, I'm kidding. He finds them. I catch them. So.
She caught every single fish today.
Really? So you're bringing her to the right spots, and she's hammering them?
Yeah.
Is that shallow or deep?
It's somewhat deep, just finding rock piles and then keep passing over them and seem to get one every time.
He's right into this. I love it, man. All right, man. You know anything you want to thank before you go?
You guys and her for catching the fish.
Yeah, just thanks everyone for being here. It's a great day.
Thank you. Let's get a big round of applause. Away they go, and they had a good day, and you're sitting in first place right now. If you just tuned in, you're not going to believe it, but we had a 6.3-pound largemouth bass come in. Actually, two of them. The other one was not far behind it. We should have actually weighed that guy. And right now, currently sitting in the first place position, 18.85. The next guy coming to the podium, ladies and gentlemen, Vita, bring him
Team
up.
number 9, Corey Johnston and Lynn Johnston.
All right, let's put him into the bag right here. We're going to, I love having some fun, and I don't know who's going. Don't do it today?
No.
It's not the day? No. Are you going to take the lead?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Was it not a good day?
You know what? We had the bites today. We just didn't go our way. We should have had well over 20 today, but, that's fishing and just one of those things.
Okay, hold a couple fish up for our folks before we weigh them in. Let's hold your big fish up. This is Corey Johnson, brother. How are you feeling right now? Hey, are you going to feel good if you kick this guy's butt? You tell me that's the way it's all about. You know what? I'll tell you, this is what you want to beat. This is where you want to be. We don't know what he's got, but right now 1885 is sitting in first place, and he needs 1890. Yesterday weighing in 21 pounds of fish. Today it's going to be interesting to see what he weighs in. Is your brother watching right now, you think?
I have no idea. He's more than likely drinking some Coors Lights and relaxing on the deck.
Relaxing, eating Coors Light. That looks like a good bag of fish. Is it going to be enough to take it over the top? 1760 doesn't quite do it. You're not sitting in first place, but you are in second. How are you feeling right now?
Like I said earlier, we had the bites to do it, but, that's fishing, and some days it goes right and some days it doesn't, and today was one of those days. But, we're glad to be out here and fishing. It was a nice day, and hopefully this rain holds off, and, congrats to them and the rest of the guys.
I'll tell you, this is a moment that they'll never forget, and, you gave it all. It wasn't like you didn't give it today, right?
No, we gave her our all today. We actually didn't hit a lot of the spots where we caught fish yesterday. We didn't want to really be seen on it, so we just kind of went fishing today, and, it's like I said, it's fishing.
Buddy, thank you very much. You're a champ. And anyways, let's give a big round of applause. Corey Johnson fishing with his dad, Lynn Johnson. Chris Johnson's having a baby. And how are you feeling, buddy?
Oh, unbelievable.
You guys just beat out the Johnsons. Doesn't that make you feel good, too?
Oh, I can't even believe it. It's unbelievable.
You guys, I would love nothing more to see this event be won on largemouth bass. And I haven't seen that in a long time. And myself, being a largemouth guy, I think that would be phenomenal.
It is phenomenal.
Okay. Let's see what happens. We got 5 teams left to go, 4
Gary
teams.
Mansholt and Ryan Roddick.
All right, these guys also have the capability of doing it. And is it largemouth, smallmouth, a mixed bag? And you had fun, I'm thinking.
I had a lot of fun today.
All right, are we going to come in still a respectable weight, over 13 pounds, 1365, and a good bag of fish? Hold the fish up for us. Let's give a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 1885, if you just tuned in, absolutely incredible weight. Big smallmouth, 6.30, and right now, big largemouth, 6.30, tied for the second big fish at 4.70, and let's give a big round of applause. Job well done. There you go, Team Mansholt and job well. Anything you want to say before you go?
Yep. Thanks to my fishing partner, Gary, and thanks to the staff at CSFL.
Thanks, buddy, and thank you, Gary. Job well done. And Gary brought this young lad out a couple of years ago, and he's still hanging in there. Guys, you're holding in there right now. That's it. There's 3 teams left at the trough, and I don't think there's any more coming in.
Team 59, Matt Earl and Darcy Clark.
Is this the team? Is this the team that's going to pull it off? Let's see what happens. Looking for a bag. We need him to go over 18 pounds. You got a pretty good poker face.
No, definitely not.
Not 10.25. How are you feeling right now? You can't see nothing from there. That's what I love about this. All right, you want to hold the fish up for our folks? You don't want to? All right, anybody you want to thank before you go?
You guys. Thanks for the tournament.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate your support, man. Let's give a big round of applause. And here, I'll get it after. All right, so we got 2 teams left. It's starting to rain. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Are you nervous? Big fish, everything.
43.
You're going to be walking out here with over $4,000 this afternoon. Does that make
Team 43, Bill
nervous?
Dunlop and Sid Tom.
Billy Dunlop coming to the podium with City Tom coming up here. Looks like he's got a huge bag. You've got to be nervous now. That's going to take it over. Billy, always a pleasure having you up here, buddy. You had a good time today?
Yeah, it was fun. Five fish.
5 fish and 10 pounds, so that's not too bad. You had fun. Are you fishing with Sid?
Yep, 5 for 5.
5 for 5? That's okay.
10
You gonna hold the
pounds
fish up for our folks?
No, it's okay.
You're going to put them back?
Yeah, we'll put them back.
You're going to Put him back. All right, buddy. You know what? How happy are you right now to know that a largemouth bag, because I know you're a largemouth guy, how happy are you to know that a largemouth bag is leading this event and we only got one team to go?
It's about time.
All right, buddy. Thank you very much. You know, I think there's one guy out there, Randy Hilberger, which would really appreciate you guys bringing in a big largemouth bag like that. And unfortunately, he's not here today, but hopefully we'll see him in the future. All right, coming up here next, Vita, who is it?
Team number 53, Jesse Evans and Stuart Evans.
Okay, this could be it, boys. This could be it. Are you all looking? You can't see this, man. I'm blocking you guys. I'm a big guy on purpose. I keep this weight on so you can't see. All right, big bag. Okay, wait. Before you say it, Vita, are you happy with your day? You had a good day?
It was fun, but didn't go where we wanted.
Who do you want to thank?
Just you guys for running a good circuit at Emerald Isle Marina.
Thanks, buddy. Emerald Isle Marina. Don't forget, Emerald Isle Tournament's coming up this summer. You want to make sure you book. I think there's 5 spots left. Ladies and gentlemen, the winners, Vita.
Ed Sannon and Paul Arsenault with 1885.
Let's give a big round of applause, and that's with largemouth bass, man. I love you guys. I can't believe you guys put it together. You got to be proud of that. That is absolutely incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be back up here. We'll be doing awards. Vita, read out the top 10 for us, and we'll be getting all the boys back up here for their stuff. So grab your stuff and get yourself ready. Vita, who's the top 10?
Unofficially in the top 10, Paul Arsenault, Ed Sannon with 1885. Corey Johnston and Lynn Johnson with 1760. Don Mason and Al Mason with 1640. In fourth, Derek Connor and Riley Clorox with 1630. Scott Berry, Andrew Mercer at 1590. Dave Bairstow, Matt Hubble at 1555. In seventh, Cesar Ruscio and Mike Quinnell with 1550. In eighth, Kim Kwan, Mike Correa, 1545. In ninth, Tim Fernandez, Andrew Bonello with 1455. And in 10th, Bob Adler, Joey Crumpton, 1425.
And the big fish of the day.
The big fish of the day, 630.
That's none other than a largemouth bass. That's right, a largemouth bass. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you all for tuning in. We want to thank all our sponsors that make these events happen. We need to thank it's companies like Mercury Marine and Lund Boats that have kept us and been with us forever, and our newest sponsors. We have a special thank you going out to Humminbird, Minn Kota, and I'll tell you, if you're not fishing with an Abu reel or a Berkeley product, then you're missing out. Ladies and gentlemen, we cannot forget North Star Marine Insurance. If you are looking for insurance, be sure to call North Star and tell Jared that Andy sent you. I'll be sure he'll be sure to give you a good price. On behalf of the CSFL, thank you all for coming out. Thank you to Golden Beach. If you love Rice Lake, we're going to be back here August 2nd, and that's when we'll be doing our alumni event. So once again, boys and ladies and moms and sons and kids, enjoy the rest of your holidays, and we'll have the rest of the guys up for their checks in momentarily. Thank you.